there's a lot more people watching now than there used to be. We'd like to thank everybody who voted for us and say hello to all our new viewers. Thanks to our recent wins at the Vloggies, we're enjoying a nice bit of publicity as well as an appreciable jump in viewership. So for those of you who are new, welcome to Freshtopia. This is The Couch. The Couch is where we like to shoot segments featuring news and such. And what's definitely news today is this is our first day of Northern California rain. And it's insane, and the sound is quite plain. So we may keep doing news up here, we might not, because it's definitely a force to be contended with. A couple months ago, we did a show about worm composting, also known as vermiculture. It was called The Worm Wranglers, and it was pretty popular. I think it must have been a big hit in Cuba. In the last 10 months, Cuba has produced 5 million tons of worm compost. And by the end of the year, between manure, compost, and other organic sources, they're hoping to have collected 15 million. Collecting organic fertilizer and reinstating the use of draft animals are just some of the ecological measures Cuba is using as part of a national program to promote sustainable agriculture. Those of you paying attention to politics may have been aware of the senatorial showdown in Montana last week, so you might know that Democrat Jon Tester was the winner. What you might not know is that Jon Tester has been an organic farmer for almost 20 years. Along with his wife Charla, he runs T-Bone Farms, a 1,400-acre organic operation devoted to producing high-quality food in an environmentally sustainable manner while improving soil health and remaining a family farm. They've been named Outstanding Agricultural Leaders by the College of Agriculture of Montana State University. We here at Freshtopia are really excited to see what Senator Tester does for the organic movement. In other news, the Organic Consumers Association breakfast. Commonly known as the most important meal of the day, it's a meal we haven't done a recipe for yet, and it's high time that we did. Today we're going to be doing a recipe that we have lovingly named apple chowder. First, we're going to learn a little bit about apples. Malus domestica was originally cultivated in Eastern Europe and Southwestern Asia. This very successful member of the rose family now has over 7,000 varieties, which are grown wherever the climate is temperate. Apples feature prominently in many mythologies, but one you might not be familiar with is the Norse myth, where a magical apple imparts eternal youth. And they might not be too far off on that. Apples are nutritional superstars, rich in antioxidants and packed with fiber. Apples contain both soluble and insoluble fiber, which have wonderful health benefits. Insoluble fiber acts like a broom and carries the LDL cholesterol out of your body. And soluble fiber, which is the pectin in the fruit, actually can bond with toxins like heavy metals like mercury and lead and escorts it out of your body. Think of your body as a high-end nightclub, and soluble fiber and insoluble fiber are like your bouncers, escorting those unseemly elements out the door. The skin of apples is packed with flavonoids, which are nutritious pigments that give apples their distinctive and beautiful colors. One of the most effective of these for promoting health is called quercetin, and it's an antioxidant superstar, especially when teamed up with vitamin C, which apples also have in abundance. Studies have shown that these two nutrients work together synergistically within the body, so it's important to eat the whole apple, skin, flesh, together in a fresh and unprocessed state for maximum nutrient uptake. Since it's so important to eat the skin, I strongly recommend buying organic apples. Apples are frequently included in the Dirty Dozen, or the top 12 fruits and vegetables that are the most contaminated with pesticide residues. Fortunately, there's a wide variety of wonderful heirloom varieties for you to try. Today we have 5 different varieties of organic apples. Pink Lady, which is nice and crunchy and tart, has nice sweetness. Fuji, which has a wonderful flavor. It's one of my favorites. It's nice and sweet. Granny Smith, which is nice firm flesh, very tart, prized for baking. Gala, which has a lovely mild flavor. And our wild card today, the Arkansas Black. For apple chowder, you will need 1 large or 2 medium apples of your choice, 1/2 cup each chopped pecans and walnuts, a quarter of a cup raisins, half a cup cashew butter, a dash of vanilla, a dash of salt, 2 tablespoons maple syrup, and a quarter teaspoon each cinnamon and mace. You'll also need a food processor, a good knife, and a cutting board. First, we're going to make a delicious cashew cream sauce, which we're going to put over the chopped raisins, nuts, and apple. First, our cashew butter. So delicious, so awkward. Maple syrup. Dash of vanilla. Dash of sea salt. Start with a couple tablespoons of water to thin. Okay. This is looking pretty good. So you're all done with this when you have a nice kind of thick but still pourable, creamy consistency. And this looks really nice to me right here. From here, you just coarsely chop the nuts, give your apple a nice little dice, mix everything in a bowl together, and garnish with raisins and spices. That's all there is to it. Give it a stir and you're ready to enjoy it. This is a dish that's good, it's good for you, and it's so sweet and tasty it could even be a dessert. By the way, the verdict on the Arkansas Black, which we have in here, is that it's fabulous. Very nice apple, a woodsy, fresh flavor. If you can find one, you should check it out. You'll like it a lot.